first round pick. Hey, throw that list away, all right?
Why are we around? Let's
Welcome to the show, it's a Chiefs Blitz night. Breaking down the plays, keeping everything tight. From my homes to the defense, we give you the scoop. Real talk, real stats, we the ultimate troop. This ain't no game, it's our passion on display.
The baby
Chiefs
himself.
Blitz podcast, real fans unite. Every touchdown scored, we ignite the night. From tailgate chatter to post-game debate, we love our Chiefs, yes, never too late.
I would even bring NBS back in the middle of the season.
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar, sponsored by ChiefsBlitz.com, presented by UnderdogFantasy.com. Here's your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
All right. Welcome back to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar, presented by ChiefsBlitz.com. I'm your host, Nick Athan, along with Mr. Hense Todd, Mr. Lou Montagna, and Coach Andre Tillman.
What's happening?
Happy post-Mother's Day. Hope we all get to our mothers yesterday and our wives and girlfriends or whoever we have in our lives and showed them a little love and appreciation because they take care of us. At least mine takes care of me. I don't know about the rest of you guys. But
Good for you, Nick.
I'm just messing with you guys.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Octogenarian is 80s. Septuagenarian is 70s. What are 60s?
I have no idea.
Well, anyway, God bless your mother for putting up with you. For
my 92-year-old mother is certainly
God bless.
Certainly is a chore and a treat at the same time.
That's what's up, man.
But yeah, before we get started, let's go ahead and shout out Ruben for joining in. Kings Declare and all the guys is in the chat. Hey, like Lou said last time, if you want your name up in the chat, just comment. Get in there, man. Don't be shy. We won't publicly shame you. At least not the first time, but you know how we roll here. It's all in good. It's all in good fun.
It is what it is.
We kid because we care.
You gotta have tough skin, man. Just have tough skin. If you want it up there, have tough skin, man. That's all it is.
So with that said, let's get into our sponsor, Underdog. Baseball is back.
That's right. Baseball is back on Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you cash in today. You can play the pick'em game. It's very similar to what you did with the NFL. We're doing the Chiefs stuff. Now it's all about baseball and especially the Royals. You can go higher or lower. It's really simple to use. Their app is amazing. You just choose your entry fee. You decide what you want to play, and you just see the winnings coming if you know what you're doing. So take a swing today and make sure that you sign up for Underdog Fantasy, and they're going to give you a meatball right off the gamut, Bobby Wood Jr. special. So start with a W for your first entry and new customers. Make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. That's right, Underdog Fantasy. You definitely want to check them out at underdog.com. Hey, it's real simple to become a member, and you can start playing the game immediately. All you got to do is hit the QR code on the right there and it goes right to the Chiefs Blitz play. Put our promo code in Chiefs Blitz, deposit $5. You get a bonus of 50, and you're on your way. NBA playoffs are hot. NHL playoffs are hot. Major League Baseball is hot. Yeah, the Royals lost 2 out of 3 this weekend, but hey, they're still one of the better teams in baseball, and the AL Central is just stacked. So, again, if you enjoy playing fantasy games, there's nothing better than Underdog Fantasy. It's simple, and as illiterate as I am when it comes to electronics, if I can do it, anybody can do it. We appreciate them being a sponsor. Again, Underdog Fantasy, underdog.com, promo code Chiefs Blitz. And
just pick your favorite players, go higher or lower. It's
That's
that
it.
simple.
It's really
you
simple.
don't have to. You don't necessarily have to, handicap who wins or loses the game. If you got a favorite, you think Bobby Witt Jr. is going to have a day, then you just go higher on his numbers. That's simple, man. They're giving it away. It's like
easy
stealing.
peasy. Easy peasy.
Literally like stealing.
If he's hot, make the move. If he's hot.
That's right.
That's right.
So they said, what happened over the weekend? I know Lou said he said something about Pro Football Focus, having Jalen Watson. One of the top.
Next year they're projecting 2026 free agents. And yes, former 7th round pick Jalen Watson, they have projected as one of the top 10 available corners coming up. So, I mean, that's, it speaks to, I guess, Veach's group and being able to identify guys late in the draft that, after his initial contract with the Chiefs, he's looked at that highly amongst the league. At least PFF thinks so. And they typically be normally pretty close with their list.
Yeah, they're pretty good with that.
And it'll be one to be interesting to see if the Chiefs try and extend him, because they haven't done it much with corners lately.
Yeah, I think they're gonna probably let him walk after drafted Williams.
I mean, Noel Williams. I mean, we'll see how he does. Christian Fulton, bringing in a couple of new corners that hell, that could even affect how they treat T Cuffs. God forbid, but
no, he's getting a deal.
The reality is that it's a business, and
it's a business, man.
If Cuffs is going to be regarded as that outside corner, and he's going to be one of the top paid, that's in the 20s now. APY is in the 20s, so we'll see. It'll be cool. Anywhere. But I thought that was interesting that Jalen Watson was on that list. So
I mean, that shows the hard work and the grit of Jalen Watson, though. That shows the grit, man. He's considered one of the top 10 free agents, so he has been putting in work.
Corners,
top 10 free agents, not free agents.
Top 10 free agent corners, not over.
Well, there you have it, the top 10 corner. I'm trying to get the man some love. Damn, I'm trying to get the man some love.
We want to be truthful too. I mean,
I attack that dude, man. He's cool though. He's cool. He did do pretty good so far. So
Yeah. Now Watts Island is key contributor, injured last year, is going to come back in a contract year with a vengeance. He's going to have the whole offseason, OTAs, mini camps, training camp. Hopefully he stays healthy. I think the Chiefs will consider retaining him if it's the right deal. But Trey Smith is going to get his deal done, I predict, by the end of May. And I think McDuffie is going to get his done before the start of the regular season.
Hey, don't you gotta earn that name though? Watts Island, don't you gotta earn that type of name? That name, we can't throw that island name out there. You know what I'm saying? Too loosely. It's too loose, man. But he is good.
Graphic with the
his Twitter, maybe we can pull it up. It's pretty great.
I'm just saying, Watts Island now.
Did Trey sign the franchise tag?
Yeah, he did.
So he did sign it.
Yep.
So they have until July 15th.
They have till July 15th. It's my understanding that they'll get this done by the goal is the end of May. So
deadlines make deals, Nick. Deadlines make deals.
He's not going anywhere.
There's no urgency for the Chiefs to do anything until that.
Well, they want the cap relief because they have to work on McDuffie and maybe Karlaftis.
We'll see.
They're going to have to restructure. Listen, they have to restructure Patrick Mahomes' contracts at some point.
As far as they're concerned, they did work on McDuffie and Karlaftis by giving them the 5th-year option. Now, I agree with you. It would make sense if you're going to extend them, do it now before the prices go up, because there are going to be other corners that sign bigger deals that are on the table now. And if he's looking for that money, again, the price of poker just continually goes up in the NFL. We know they're printing money, so let's go. Come on, Veach. Let's go.
Salary cap's probably going to go up another $20 million. At some point, the TV contracts are going to be renegotiated again. The 18 game schedule is coming. There's a lot of things, and I think we're going to learn a lot about what the NFL plan is when it comes to going through all of the possibilities for television as the schedule comes out in earnest on Wednesday. There'll be some trinkets here today, tomorrow. But you're looking at, Netflix. You're looking at Peacock. You're looking at NBC, ABC, CBS, ESPN,
Prime.
YouTube.
Prime
There's
video.
Just what's that?
Prime video.
And Prime, of course, every Thursday. So it's just like,
who's
next? Is TNT going to get involved in the mix, and they're going to get a game?
They've tried in the past, but I think you're going to see more and more individual games being marketed, much like they did the Christmas games for Netflix. I think
that worked out really well for them.
There's going to be other games, whether they're standalone or whatever, but during the course of a weekend where. And that's the thing. That's the difficult thing about being a part of the NFL is that you've paid for these games, right? If you're like a CBS or Fox, and now all of a sudden they start auctioning off some of your games. That's
Yep.
But hey, it's all
you can only show the Jaguars
good,
just so many times.
It's all for the shield, baby. All for the shield.
But it's some news that came out earlier today. The Chiefs going to be playing overseas. They first,
South America, Sao Paulo, the opener Friday night against the Chargers. I think over the weekend,
Friday night lights.
I had passed along something that PFT had put up where the Chargers had the ability to protect 2 of their home games. And obviously they didn't protect the Chiefs game. So that kind of the breadcrumbs were there. And then today, I think Yahoo reported it. So according to them, that's going to be the deal. And I don't think they're wrong. So
yeah, I don't think so. And you got to remember too, that game in Los Angeles is at least 50% Chiefs fans.
Right.
So it's not a true home game for
all
them.
The games in LA, whether Rams or Chargers, it's it's a transient area. Yep. You got people from all over the United States, and they're those fan bases that travel, especially like when they play the Niners. It's like they're home away from home. So it wasn't that big of a deal for them to give that up. And it's, it's great for the NFL. Again, a standalone game on a Friday night.
Yep. To go against the Thursday night opener, which will be the Eagles hosting the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl winner slot. I think Weston had a great idea. Here's a tip for the NFL, an international game. Saints versus Cardinals live.
You goddamn right. They're going to be the best game of the year.
Dude, in the parking lot, put some stripes up there and let's rock and roll.
Man. Hell yeah. I'm all for that.
Get some blessings.
Let's see some Kyler Murray. Let's see some Marvin Harrison.
And speaking of the Saints, Derek Carr retired over the weekend. And he hung up the cleats. So, hey, the Saints, y'all don't know what they're going to do. They got the
touch your door.
They taken Sanders. They had to have known he wasn't going to come back.
Right, and they got the kid from Louisville, the quarterback from there, one of the oldest quarterbacks that came. Tyler Shuck came out, the older guy that coming out of the draft. We see what he do. He's pretty good, but he's injury prone himself. You don't know what he ain't played.
They got basically 3 rookies. Spencer Rattler, that was a rookie last year. Jay Kaner. I think he was Nico's quarterback at Fresno State, I believe, and now Tyler Shuck. So they're going to have to be bringing a veteran in. So I would imagine at some point, hey, do they bring Jameson to compete with these guys? Kenny Pickett played for Kellen Moore last year in Philadelphia. How many guys? I mean, the Browns aren't going to keep all 4 of those guys, that's for sure. So should be interesting. But again, it's just that whole situation with Derek Carr just seemed weird.
Yeah.
And then it got weirder when he agreed to basically give up $30 million that he was guaranteed this year because he had an injury. So what would be the circumstances that somebody would give up $30 million? Now, in order to get that $30 million, he'd probably have to get surgery on the shoulder, be around helping the younger guys or whatever. But then from his perspective, they're using him as like a coach because he certainly won't play next year for them.
It's the Saints. Who the heck knows what they're doing?
So he was going to just kind of go through the rehab, everything else. But that's still a lot of money to walk away from. Now, he's made a ton, over $200 million.
It might be something personal with Carr, man. But all I'm saying is it took Shador, man.
I don't know who it was. It might have been Ross Tucker. He had posited that maybe there was an injury away from the facility, or maybe it happened after the season because he didn't start throwing until March. And then he
had to know.
Who knows? I mean, the whole thing is just really weird.
Their quarterback situation sucks right now.
Yeah, Saints are looking for a quarterback.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Minshew would have been perfect for them.
Like I said, Kirk Cousins sitting over there with the Falcons.
They're not.
Yeah, I don't want to go to that hell. No.
I mean, down south, that may be the most heated rivalry in football is Atlanta and New Orleans. I don't think that's going to be a deal maker there.
Yeah. Yeah, I do want to shout out something really quick. Vinny did us a huge favor at the 4 Guys in Bar podcast. We'll talk about it later. But Trent Green Golf Tournament is going to be June 2nd. It's going to be at Oakwood Country Club in Kansas City. We are going to be there, hopefully, and be able to get some great interviews and talk to some people as well. Trent Green, as you know, former Kansas City Chiefs cornerback, current broadcaster with CBS. I think he's on the number 2 team, if I'm not mistaken, for CBS, and he's a good guy. He's remained in Kansas City. Good family man, good values.
Do we know what the charity is for that?
No, I will find out. Vinny can probably tell us.
Yeah, this way we give him a little bit of a shout out here as well.
We'll definitely. Vinny, if you've got any kind of like design or logo, we'll throw it up on the podcast and we'll promote it.
Yeah, and Trent may have moved up because I think Charles Davis is going to do college football this year.
Oh, he is?
Because I think he was who was his partner? Was he with Harlan maybe?
He was with Harlan, yeah. Oh, it's for Ronald McDonald House. So there we go.
And I believe who was Iron Eagle, or was Trent with Iron Eagle? I don't know, but I think either way, I think he will be either number 2 team, might even be the number 1 team.
Well, I mean, number 1 team on CBS is
well, I don't even count them. They're like on a whole different level. I don't even know if they work every week. That's like that's just a clown show.
They're just the Chiefs. You don't like the duo?
Oh my God, I used to, but Jim has gotten like overly like, I don't want to say sentimental, but he just looks for any minute detail to like spin it into some other thing that he saw like years ago. But he's gotten worse over the year as he's gotten older. So. Now I can relate to that because I'm sure I do the same thing. But he's on national TV.
Not me. I'm getting better with age.
So good for you, Nick. That's good.
So with that said, let's go into a calm before the storm, guys. Hey, it's a lot. The kingdom is, the season is about to kick off. You got the calm before the storm, man. And everybody got to settle in before the for the openers and everything. These big games are happening. So with that said, what's the biggest lightning strike the Chiefs need to avoid this season, guys?
I don't even want to say it out loud.
Go ahead.
You don't want to even put that in the universe. It's going to be something that causes someone to miss some time. I mean, that's really the only thing to me. I think just about every position group will be improved.
Yeah.
I mean, from the receiver room, just from health, the running backs room from the additions that they've made, the defensive backs from the additions that they've made, the defensive line, health, and the additions that they've made. So that would be the thing. I'm not saying they're geared up for a perfect season or they're going to roll everybody just because of this situation, but they're definitely going to be improved in all those areas. So don't want to say it out loud. I hear you, Weston. I hear you, King Mo. We don't want to put it in the universe, but I think that's kind of like the silent thing here that everybody understands could definitely be a lightning strike.
My thing is to the offensive line, and of course the injuries, because when Rice going down, that kind of was a butthole.
Okay, so that lasted all of about 10 seconds.
It lasted all about. He wasn't even paying any attention.
Yeah, man.
That's par for the course in terms of.
I'm gonna say injuries. Definitely injuries. Because Chiefs need to be healthy.
Like 6 times now. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick it back off of you, Lou. Damn, shit. God damn. You the one that brought it up. Shit, I'm trying to piggyback off you, but it's facts. I mean, it is what it is. Ain't nothing else but some goddamn injuries. Shit, get that damn line together. Shit. I'm just saying.
Can't you work serviceable into that?
Yeah, I could. Hey, I could though.
Yeah.
Hey, stop getting serviceable talent. Get legit talent. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But definitely that, man. And you gotta avoid the damn
don't say it.
The hiccups on that line.
Move on.
Hiccups on that line, man. You got to avoid the hiccups on that line, man. You know what I'm saying? And Andy Reid have to listen to his old line coach, man. If the man said this man ain't gonna perform well, damn it, listen to him. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. Shoot, get that together, man. But yeah, that's my take on that one.
No, let's not put more.
Shout out to Lou. Shout out to Lou, man.
We'll put words into Andy Heck's mouth now. Come on.
I would say complacency. I would say complacency. Getting stuck in the same mindset that, hey, we're gonna play everybody's hand. everybody, you know what I mean, instead of, playing your A game, I'll say complacency, come out here and be more, driven. Don't get caught up in that type of mindset going into the season. Because, as we talked about earlier, there's going to be, some overseas games that's going to be thrown at the Chiefs. And there's going to be some, a lot of road games and stuff that's coming in as well. So, some major teams going to be on the schedules. And we talked about earlier in our other shows that the AFC West is getting better and everything else. So I would say complacency. Don't get stuck in that same mindset of, me running the same, playing into everybody else's hands. So that would be my answer.
What you mean by complacency, sir? What you mean by complacency? What you mean by complacency?
What boy, you didn't want me to explain? I just explained.
What you mean by complacency? Like be more like don't stay. Don't be. Listen, my take on that one is throw the ball deeper. Throw the ball deeper. Throw the ball deeper, man. Worthy tired of them damn slants and shit. Throw the ball deep. Let that Worthy eat out there, man. That's what I'm saying.
I'll be the voice. I'll be the voice of reason here. We're not going to mention the I word anymore. It's off limits for the rest of the show. We're not going to talk about the OL words anymore because that's off limits as well.
What the hell?
So this is what I think. This is what I think is the one thing that I think the Chiefs have to avoid this season. Start the year 0-3. That's it for me. They used to be really they're very dominant in the first half of the season, first quarter of the season. Last season they were very fortunate to beat Baltimore, fortunate to beat the Bengals. And I think what was the third game? Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, and they were fortunate to beat the Falcons. So I want the fortune to continue, but I kind of like what Hense said. Don't be complacent. Put your foot on the gas pedal and just go. And I think that's going to be the theme for this football team this year. But for me, based on I think the Chiefs are going to have a very difficult first month of the season. There's going to be a lot of high profile games in there. They're already going to go on the road to face the Chargers in an away game in another country in week 1. So that'll kind of, set the table for what happens in 2, 3, and 4. Do they get an early bye week? Do they get a late bye week? But for me, don't start the year off 0-3.
Yeah, I'm with that. As well. And did you get
that would be catty. That would be.
Well, but how do you not do that, hey, Nick? But how do you not go 0-3? Like, how do you prevent yourself, Chiefs, from going to 0-3? Like, how do you prevent that?
Well, they can't do what they did last year. They can't wait for the last second to make a play or for someone to make a mistake. All 3 of those games. I mean, they had Baltimore up, and just Lamar Jackson on the ground was just dynamite. I mean, he just destroyed them on the ground. Joe Burrow came in and did his best, had a big fumble, and that turned into 7 points. And then the meltdown by, Chase and, the penalty. Falcons, Nick Bolton makes a play on 4th and 3 or 4th and 1. Instead of going up the middle, they go side to side. I mean, most coaches aren't that stupid. So I think they're really lucky and I think that kind of set the tone. Now we knew, okay, this is the year we're going to have. All these games are going to be like this. All of them pretty much were. With the exception of the Bills game in Buffalo, and obviously the season ender in Denver when they were pretty much already locked into the number 1 seed. So it didn't. Really
there you go, Lou. Basically saying, "My bad, Nick. Whoop that ass. Don't make it close.
Yeah, don't make it close.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody on board.
A disastrous start because listen, it happened to a lot of good teams last year. Yeah, man. Some came back and some didn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I agree with that, man. Because looking at that road schedule, like. Starting off right off the bat, man. Can the Chiefs weather the storm of a tough road schedule? Because they got the Chargers. We just heard from Lou that they're gonna be playing overseas with the Chargers. Flying all them miles and everything else. Yeah. Can they weather the storm? I think they probably can. But what you had to say, Lou?
Well, I mean, they've been a great road team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know since Patrick took over. Right. And even before that, the last few years that Alex was the starter, and they always get off to good starts. So in terms of like kind of weaving this together, maybe the complacency might be is just accepting the fact that they always start quickly. Yep. And they kind of go into the beginning of the season. I don't want to say unprepared because I think Coach Reid's camp just makes them prepared. They seem to come out of the gate as well as any other team does, and probably better than any other team does. So in terms of the road schedule, I think it's just staying consistent, keep doing what you're doing because it works. And the only thing that's going to happen is just kind of like the overall way that they play. I'm sure they've done a lot of self-scouting. I'm sure they want to avoid all the close games. How can we kind of put these teams away when we have the opportunity to do that? So we'll see how training camp goes, how things kind of get kicked off, and we'll see kind of who's being some of the new faces and how they're being incorporated into that situation so that we don't get caught up in these close games. But in terms of the road game, you look back at their road schedule over the last 7 years. I mean, I would say it's the best in the league. I don't think it's close, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good. I mean, here's the road schedule. Here's the road schedule for the Chiefs. Obviously, the Chargers game in Sao Paulo, Brazil, at Buffalo, at Dallas, at Denver, at Jacksonville, at the Raiders, at the Giants, and at the Tennessee Titans. Compare that to the home schedule where they got Houston, Indianapolis, Philadelphia, Washington, Baltimore, and Detroit, along with the 3 AFC West teams. I mean, that's a lot of tough games, but the road schedule this year, I don't think is particularly all that difficult, especially when you take the Chargers one out of the equation, because basically that's a 50-50 game. Because it's overseas.
Neutral site. I mean, the Chargers, obviously their flight's going to be a little bit longer. Yeah. But you know, it's on a Friday. It's the first game of the year, so it's not like you're traveling, you know, twice in the space of a week. That's the opener. So I don't know that there's going to be a big advantage gained either way. So neutral site, we'll call it.
Yeah, man, damn all that, man. Chiefs gonna kick ass in these road games. I'm not worrying about none of that, man. They just got to give that man some time, let that man flourish. I'm not worried about none of that mess, man, because I know how good the Chiefs are. I know how good the Chiefs can be. When Mahomes back there when he's comfortable, he's going this road shit ain't gonna make a difference, man. The Chiefs gonna execute the game plan down the stretch. They be just fine, man. They be just fine.
Kareem said, finally, Kareem has come back to the podcast, just like The Rock. So he was trying to answer just like that. So
it's about time, Kareem. It's about time.
Just a couple of shows.
We thought you were scared, Kareem. We thought you were scared, man. Everybody been asking about your player. Thought you were scared, man.
Kareem, you're gonna have to explain this flat Earthlings thing. Like, how do you
are you a round Earth denier?
How do you reconcile that theory, the flat earther? Because I think that's a big part of his life.
Yeah.
So I just say, man, you know me, I feel like, again with the Chiefs, man, I feel like they just got to, like Dre said, come out, kick butt, man. State your dominance on the AFC West once again, and go chase that crown. And stay on top of the AFC. It doesn't matter what happens on the road, but again, having the teams going to all these other games, out of seas. I'm not with the big overseas things, man. I'm worried for everybody to go stay in there. I know the NFL want to make their money and everything else. I just want the team to, play in their stadiums, get the fans here, a taste of the home. I know the Chargers ain't got a home stadium right now, a home team, audience for their team right now. But other than that, man, I feel like they just got to come out and take the, the road schedule by storm, man.
Yep. I think the pressure's off when they go on the road. I think there's less pressure on the road than there is at home. I've always felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, hey,
Kareem.
Hey, Kareem, answer your question, Lou.
He the chat again, talking stuff.
Okay.
The Earth is flat and Moon didn't happen. All right.
The agent of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
We love our fans, no question about it.
Mm-hmm. So with that said, what opponent defense could be the Chiefs' biggest thunderstorm? Meaning the defenses that they're gonna be facing.
There's only one. There's only two.
I know Nick named off some teams. Go ahead, Nick.
Denver Broncos. That defense is sick.
Exactly. That's what
I'm gonna sound the drum on that defense because I just think they've got it figured out. They had a great offseason. They had a great draft. They had the Chiefs number last year at home. They did a really good job against them, and if it wasn't for the block punt, a block field goal, that game's obviously, they went up against the B team or the C team in the final season, so it's kind of hard. But if you just look at the way they played, they were a little disappointing in the postseason, I thought. I think they had a better chance, and they kind of squandered that opportunity. But I have to look at this team, and I have to say that defense is the scariest defense the Chiefs are going to face. They're going to face them twice. I think the Eagles are number 2. They've clearly reloaded as well. But looking at the schedule, those to me are the only teams, maybe Houston, but that's it. I mean, Baltimore obviously is good, but I don't think they're as good as those guys are. Yeah. And I'm worried about the Broncos defense. Even if the offense doesn't score their offense doesn't score a lot of points, they're going to be the ugly winners of the 1-score games next season. There's no question about it.
I definitely agree with you. I say Broncos too. Broncos on every level on that defense, they legit. Ain't no weakness on that defense. So I definitely agree with you on that one, Nick. It'll be the Broncos and Philly second.
Yeah, on May 12th, sitting here, everybody healthy or whatever, you got to say, Denver and Philadelphia. Difficult in terms of Denver. It would have been nice to see them go in there with, and play, with their starters. Circumstances, just didn't warrant that at that point. But obviously, you want to show that you've made adjustments, that you can protect Patrick and whatever against the Eagles, because that's going to be kind of in the back of their minds that if that game doesn't go very well, if they do meet them again in the Super Bowl, then it's going to be a big thing, just just ratchet up the pressure about 100 notches, saying, oh, they just can't deal with that defense. So yeah, I would say those two for sure. And I don't think it's close.
Yeah. If I'm looking at the schedule, man, I have to say, I feel like I like what the Chargers did. So, I have to say, I'd say the Chargers. I know the Broncos look good on paper. That's just on paper. Hey, everybody can look good on paper, man. Hey, you can put anything out on paper. I'm just saying, like, for me, I just say the Chargers, they coming back. I know they lost Joey Bosa, and they added some more key weapons over there on their defense as well. So, if because I feel like that team is going to be kind of neck and neck with the Kansas City Chiefs.
In terms of Denver, it's not really on paper. They were a top 5 defense last year, and they made some.
That's facts.
And they made some key additions on top of that. So you would think, again,
he's just not a Broncos guy. That's all.
On May 12th, you can say, all right, they should be a little bit better. So yeah, absolutely. We'll see. I mean, they got to go on the field and do it. I mean, you can't take those stats from last year and say, okay, this is us. Got to show up.
Yeah.
So are they going to show up or not show up this year?
I believe they will, because
I'm asking, are the Broncos going to show up or not show up?
They're pretty damn good.
Man, I don't know they look good on paper to me. I'm just not a big donkey fan, man. I know we got Bronco YouTube in the chat sometimes. I'm just not a donkey fan. I don't give them no credit. So I would say no. If I had to give I always say the Chargers is going to be there right there with the Chiefs. Because the coach, and plus I think they got a better quarterback. I know Bo Nix looked good. He's coming in. Nobody really had a good sound foundation of who he was when he was coming out. But hey, I'll just say this. I'll say what the Chargers did this offseason, also what they did in the draft as well. So I have to say, the Chargers, man. We'll see. We'll see on that Friday night game, what the Chiefs and the Chargers do. But other than that, man,
it's a good time for the Chargers to play the Chiefs as the opening weekend. I think that's a very fortunate thing for them.
Yeah, but for me, man, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm just saying, hey,
you just don't like the Broncos, and that's why you make your statement. You said, "Damn the Broncos." It's somebody besides the Broncos, man. I don't give a damn.
Man, to not give the team praise, it's all right.
That's what it is.
I don't think their defense is that good, man. Hey, when it came down to a field goal with the Kansas City Chiefs, and plus they didn't really get to play the Chiefs for real when the Chiefs set all they starters out, everybody looking at that game, all the Broncos kind of.
Oh yeah, well, they know what it was.
A lot of, but somebody up on the other side of the show, he kind of always uses that I can't get my point right.
Absolutely, because they won by special
that
teams.
Game
won by
meant
special
nothing.
team, and then the last game, they went out there and whooped the shit out of them. But they say they weren't playing for real, so it's what it is.
The Broncos wanted to make a statement. The Chiefs could have cared less.
Broncos is tough. That's a tough team, man. That's a tough team.
The only positive of that game is that Kingsley got to play left guard, and they got a full game and see how he could do. So that's the only positive out of that game.
All right, but speaking of the defense, will the Chiefs offense bring a hurricane in points this season, man? Will they change up everything? Will it be a different? I know they went from 6.
We got the Weather Channel going on today. The Four Guys in the Bar podcast.
Hense is auditioning for the Channel 41 weatherman here.
Yeah, I'll talk to Gary Lezak and see.
Is it calm before the storm?
I got you. All right, the tie-in, bookends. I get you.
I tied it in. I tied it into the question. Go ahead, Lou.
I don't know if it's going to be a hurricane of points. I would hope they're going to be more consistent offensively, a little bit more explosive offensively. Again, with all the pieces healthy, you would have to expect that, right? And then the additions they made, to the offensive line. So given that, you would have to believe that, they're going to score a lot more points. Now, again, is it going to be some wild numbers that they were putting up in the 2018, 2019? Probably not. But given the fact that the defense is as good as it is, doesn't need to be. I mean, if they're even close to scoring like 27 points a game, it's going to be hard for any team to beat them.
Man, I would say, why you on there shake your head, sir?
Because bullshit, man. They got to go out there and lop. They got to listen. The Chiefs got to be more explosive, man. Damn all that, we're gonna dink and dunk, just do just enough to, get them over the hump.
When you use that weird little voice, who are you imitating there? What is that?
That's Dre. That's Dre, man.
But you're
imitating yourself.
So we talking to Andre? Or we talking to Dre right now?
Who is saying we're gonna? Who is saying that we're going to dink and dunk?
You always be talking about do just enough. Yeah, so here's the thing, Lou. I get what you're talking about. Play normal football, just do enough to win the game. I get that, Lou, but damn it, that's not the way Mahomes plays. We want the Texas Tech Mahomes. We want that Mahomes that said the hell with it. I don't give a damn what they're running on the defense. Sling that motherfucker deep. Throw that mug deep, man. Get Worthy the chance. Give him the opportunity to show what he was to Texas. That's what we want to see. We want to see all guns blazing, Lou. All guns blazing, man. You see what the dink and dunk.
All I'm saying is that's a pretty poor imitation of me.
Yeah, that was not a good imitation. You need to work on that. You need to spend some time in the mirror.
See, first of all, I want to imitate him. Lou. Lou got his own style and what he do over there. That's not me. All I'm saying is we want to go gun blazing. You see what Worthy did in the Super Bowl at the end? Yes. Worthy was pissed off. Y'all ain't gonna throw the ball to me now? No, man. Utilize what you have in Worthy. Hollywood Brown speed. Y'all got what y'all need, man. Stop being scared and throw the goddamn ball.
Okay, well, I think this is.
I would say this, man. I feel like they are gonna bring the hurricane of points, denting up everybody's vehicle, on everybody's team. I hope all these defenses have their insurance, full coverage, not, what should go? What's the other coverage? Not full coverage is the other one. I forgot the name of it, but again, I always carry full, so I don't know the other one. But again, I put it like this. I feel like they need to come out here, man, and like Dre said, man, take the lead by storm again. Get back to that. Get Patrick Mahomes back to his Texas Tech days. Rain up the points and everything else, man. Hey, just like everybody in the chat saying, they want the points as well.
You see what he did there? Take the league by storm. So many weather puns here. It's getting a little weird.
Hey, take the lead by storm because it's the calm before the storm, Lou.
That's it. Listen, I think
you're gonna take one of those cute blonde-headed girls' job, Hensley. But why you got to watch yourself?
Hey, I watch yourself. They make pretty good buddies. So.
Yeah. All right. So listen, this is my take. I mean, I get all the references, and I agree. I think the Chiefs are going to average over 30 points a game this year. I really do. I think when you look at the addition of Bernard Smith, you look at a healthy Rashee Rice when he comes back. a healthy Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce motivated in the final year of his career, Patrick Mahomes with a new look, the new attitude, the fire in his belly. This is where he proves all his doubters wrong. The entire world was against the Chiefs last year. No one wanted to see them three-peat.
Always backs me. He said, brings the thunder. Just like they were.
Well, yeah, I mean, so I agree with you. I think this offense is going to be really strong. So I am not worried about the offensive line like the rest of you guys are.
God damn, what you mean, Nick? Why do you keep saying that?
The adults are talking.
I think
adults are talking. What the hell,
Nick? I think all three of us on this panel. Every time you say that, it kind of ruffles our feathers.
Hey, I would have brought MVS back in the middle of last year too. So I'm going to stick to my guns. I am not as concerned about the offensive line.
He said it again
because of the 2 additions that they made. They got 2 tackles. They can probably move these guys around the line. Andy's committed to doing the best 5 guys, and that includes, sitting someone down if he doesn't think they're the top 5. The Chiefs are not messing around with the offensive line this year. They're building it for the future. Trey Smith is going to get his deal. I think Simmons is going to surprise a lot of people. I think he's even going to be in consideration for Rookie of the Year. I really believe that. It's just a hunch. A lot of things have to happen. The injury obviously has to be healed. He has to go out there and prove it. But I think where he was drafted, so I'm not as concerned. And I think that's part of the reason why I feel confident this team is going to score over 30 points. So when you throw better bodies in front of Patrick Mahomes, you got Mahomes who's saying, hey, I didn't take enough chances last year. I had some opportunities and I just didn't make the throws. And none bigger than the opening play of the Super Bowl when he had, Worthy wide open down the field and he didn't chuck the ball. So these are things he's not going to repeat this year. So that's why I think he's going to make the offensive line look better, and he's going to play lights out. He's going to have an MVP season, no question.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Well, the ball is in his hands, right? I mean, if they're dinking and dunking, I mean, he's the one doing that. So that's kind of like the next step in his evolution, is to understand that he does need to take those chances occasionally, and it's okay, if he throws an interception downfield. I mean, it's going to happen.
Worth the risk.
But that's going to come down to him, whether film study or whatever. And even I don't know that Worthy was wide open on that play, but if he's one-on-one, you got to throw it up and give him a chance, especially if it's the first play of the game, because it's first down. You come back, you got second and third down to still get the drive going. So
you punt the ball 50, 60 yards down the field. If it's an interception, who cares?
So, yeah, I mean, Patrick's going to have a big piece in that to see how aggressive he can kind of ratchet it up. But I think his concern is, I think he just goes a little too far with it, and then he overcorrects. So that's on him.
Yeah.
It's all about taking risks. It's all about taking risks, Mahomes, man. Throw that mug out there, man. Have some fun, Mahomes. Just have fun.
Weston says, but guns blazing is a lot easier said than done in the NFL, especially when everybody's doubling and tripling down on you because of everybody's targets. Now, here's the difference. The Chiefs will run. Huh?
What do they say? Texas Tech, guns up.
Guns up, guns blazing.
So the guns up, and a better running game is gonna force those safeties and corners to cheat a little bit, and then those linebackers.
We kind of hit on that before, and that I think is going to be a huge part of this whole thing. Is if they can run teams out of those, those two high safeties, then it all kind of opens up. And
there could be a Chubb. There could be a Chubb signing in Kansas City. You never know. Never know.
Well.
I'm kidding.
I don't know what happens on your weekends, but yeah.
I just want Mahomes to go out there, guys, and have some fun. Don't think too much, man. If you see your boy out there running deep, throw the goddamn ball. He's the fastest guy in the league. Worthy, Lou. I'm talking about Worthy. He's the fastest guy in the league, man. Launch that damn ball, man. Launch it. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Have some fun. Launch the damn ball. Don't be all congested, man.
All congested. But again, man, I'm looking for this team to come out. I know we all said we want this team to come out and put up these points because we all do. I'm just hoping that they come out and put up, get back to 2018 because they got some weapons now. Rashee Rice, when he comes back, because he will be, I think he will be suspended this year. Then you got Hollywood Brown. You we want to see if we can get the Hollywood Brown of Baltimore Ravens, them days, and
that shit was bad.
And worthy add on to what he already has been doing, you know what I mean? And plus to the big addition that everybody's, the big Chiefs favorite right now, Chiefs fan favorite right now, is Rashard Smith, that Lou brought to everybody's attention. From since Singapore, he's been watching the guy, and a lot of that added addition. That guy's coming out the backfield for. That's why I feel like they can put up a lot of points this year, and you just happen to see. I'm just ready for it. I know the fans in the chat are ready for it. I know Ruben is ready for it. I know Dre is. Hey, Dre sounded more like a Chiefs fan to me, guys. He's kind of growing in. I think since he changed his surroundings, he's around. I think he's coming more back to be a Chiefs fan. He's not real.
That will be a bit of a concern.
No,
hey, honestly though, Noah Gray's another guy. Hey, Noah Gray's another guy that showed his ass last year too. I think Noah Gray should be more involved in the offense as well, man. I like Noah Gray. Noah Gray showed me like he can get the job done. So a little bit more Noah Gray in there too.
Yeah. Right. And of course, the Utah man, Kareem, aka Joe Delaney. I don't think y'all understand the impact Casey Rose is going to have.
I agree, Kareem.
As a Utah resident, he's obviously seen a lot of him. I think. I
agree, Kareem. I agree.
He's a terrific addition.
Yeah, definitely.
Huge addition for this team. It makes the Hollywood Brown departure after this year, palatable for sure.
If you look at Royal skill set, it's just like Rice's. It's just like Rice's, man. So he might take a grown man's job. He might be the guy. He might be number 2, man. I'm just saying, man. The way the man plays, if you look at his tape, he can get separation. He's shifty. He's just like Rice.
Yeah.
He just
like John Harrison is right. Offense sells tickets. Defense wins championships.
Hello.
We saw that in Kansas City several times.
Hello.
Yeah. All right.
So I know my son. Speaking of Royal, I know my son said he looks like Jamar Chase to him. He was watching his tape.
A lot of people have said that, and I guess I haven't seen enough film.
And his son.
No. Other people have said that too.
They're approximately the same size, but come on now. I mean, Jamar Chase was a top 5.
Jamar Chase was the
let's give Jalen a chance to at least get on the field.
Hey, first of all, it's just not me and my son. Hey,
Lou said, it's him and his son. It's him and his son.
I did see it on the internet. Some people posting on the internet.
I think that was the comparison. It's just that they're both about little over 6 feet, 200 pounds, whatever. Good run after the catch. But Jamar Chase is like on another level in terms of yards after the catch.
He's like an Antoine Bolden.
Maybe he gets to that. Maybe he does. But just like the other rookies, and we've said it 100 times. I mean, you saw Rasheed. It took well into his rookie year before he kind of got it going. Xavier well into his rookie year before he got it going.
Yeah.
To expect Royals now with these guys ahead of them to get on the field and make a huge contribution right away is going to be a tall order. Yeah. Unless, of course,
he could be the Puka of this draft.
Unless, of course, Rasheed is on suspension, and then he should get more opportunities.
He could be.
Let's start throwing Jamar Chase's name, and they're like, he's the best receiver in the league, and we're going to say,
he's not the best. That's still Tyreek. Okay. That's still Tyreek. That title still belongs to Tyreek Hill.
You sure?
For me,
Tyreek in his prime. I think it's
yeah. But
things are starting to go south there.
I know. You mentioned that said Royal. Gonna have a tough sled to going against the other guys. I just feel like when going right in off the depth chart, I think he's gonna be ahead of Juju. I think he's gonna be ahead of some other guys that they have on the roster as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good camp. He should be the number 4 receiver. I mean, no questions asked.
Yeah, man. I would love to see Rice and Royal and Worthy, man. Like those 3 right there, man.
And Hollywood on the field at the same time. Woof,
yeah,
woof.
If you really look at that and like the way them guys are built, man, you got Worthy in the slot, man. He can stretch the field. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 of the guys on the outside. They good route runners, yak guys too. I mean, they can get separation. right? And with a decent offensive line, yeah, them boys gonna get busy. I would love to see that, man.
Then we got a new person.
Yeah, new person, CNSQ online. Jalen Royals plays mostly outside in college. He's basically super upgraded version of MVS and Justin Watson's replacement. No, that's fine. I don't disagree with the comment whatsoever.
Hey, I think he coming here trolling.
Yeah, I like it. Please subscribe.
I think MVS was.
That's funny.
I guess if you want to incorporate the deep threat part of it, is you never really saw MVS catching balls, like taking it like a lot of run after the catch. I mean, a lot of it was deep balls and like things that where he was schemed to open and so forth. So I think Jalen's gonna have a little bit over him. But I'd love to know what was the call letters?
CNSQ
online. Is that do you have your own show? Is that a website or what? What's the handle? What's the handle signify? I like the avatar too.
We always like new people on the show for sure. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
When a man said upgraded MVS, I say, damn. Hey, listen, that means
I am not knocking. We're not bashing MVS when it comes to the Chiefs because postseason MVS is the reason they won back-to-back Super Bowls. That period. End of statement.
Hey, he was like he wasn't like oh my God, wilding. You know what I'm saying? But he was okay. He was okay.
He made like 2 or 3 huge plays.
He won game-changing plays.
Game-changing play. I mean, he iced the game against the Ravens.
He barely
caught the touchdown against Cincinnati, and
that touchdown he caught against Cincinnati was still it's my favorite Mahomes throw.
Let's go. He bobbled it, but whatever. It's cool. I mean, whatever floats your boat, Nick. It's all right.
No.
All right. It's all right.
Yeah.
But I don't know about no MVS, man. I feel like the kid will be, way better than MVS. I feel like he could be.
MVS in Green Bay was really a good wide receiver.
He did have an adjective there, supercharged. So it's
supercharged. I think he's saying he's going to be 10 times
better.
He's going to be the Hot Wheels supercharger version of the normal Hot Wheels wide receiver.
He's the universal soldier of MVS.
If they were Transformers, Jalen Royals is going to transform into something much larger and faster, right?
Yes.
Especially with the ball in his hands.
Yes, he's going to be the Bumblebee version. Yes.
The love of MVS on this show is amazing, guys.
Why does the Transformers do that with NFL players or NFL teams? I think that'd be pretty cool. Come up with a car for each NFL team. I think that would
probably like really expensive to get those rights.
Probably. I don't know. Ask AI to do it. I'm sure they could do it.
Oh, they could.
Who's going to transform
to? Wants their money too.
I'm about to say, who's going to transform to MVS?
I'm just talking about the team.
Okay. I'm just saying.
The player.
I hate to be that damn Autobot.
Yeah. See, Seattle's going to cut him. He's going to go to Cincinnati. He's going to make a play to get him in the postseason.
Hell, come on to Cincinnati, baby. Come on to Cincinnati.
That passing attack. You got this guy. He's so good.
Come on with that passing attack.
Yeah, I hear it.
We sure will use him over there. Yeah.
I hear it coming.
But tomorrow,
what's up next, Hense? We got some hail in the forecast. What do we got?
We didn't get any weather sounds or nothing, man.
Damn. The storm was over. It's calm before the storm. Hey,
here comes the sun.
The sun is coming out. I'll put it like this. The sun is coming out, guys. That was a calm before the storm. So the storm tomorrow. We got a big schedule up for Wednesday. The schedule release, guys. We're gonna be on later that day, so we won't be on
6:45.
Yeah, 6:45. So we won't be on in the regular time, guys. So, guys, we're gonna have the schedule release show. I think I don't know if Dre's gonna be here. I think he probably won't be making.
I'll be at work.
So it'd be me, Nick, and Lou. All over get just like if you like the draft show, hey, you would like the schedule release show.
Yes,
so
we're
gonna look at the Chiefs schedule. We're gonna look at their opponents. We're gonna look inside the division. We're gonna make our first impression predictions on the number of wins the Chiefs are gonna have this season, and I'll be curious to see how many prime time, quote unquote, network and streaming games that they have, I've got it at 9. That's what I think.
Dang, that's a lot.
That's a big number, Nick.
Now
it may end up at 9 because maybe if they get flexed into some at the end of the year, but I think
see, Netflix, Peacock, and YouTube do not count of the 6 max that you can have with the networks and the main broadcast partners.
So if they get Christmas, I think it was announced that week 17, Peacock is doing a Saturday night game. That was announced.
I think there's 2 Netflix games, and then Peacock is doing Saturday.
They got that one Saturday, week 17, and then also the Friday night game where the Chiefs are playing the Chargers in Brazil. So, I would. Obviously, Philadelphia's going to get a lot of love, giving Dallas love like they always do, but whatever. Okay,
train wreck city.
But all the same cast of characters. You're going to want to see more Buffalo. You're going to see more Baltimore.
How do you say this name? Real quick, guys. My bad. How do you say this name right here, man? My guy's name. My guy's name right here.
It's just CNSQ. We don't know what the CNSQ stands for.
Jeffrey,
we need a nickname for this.
Tranquil.
We need a nickname for this, man.
Nickel and dime package.
Thank you, Kareem. CSN.
I don't disagree.
There you go, man. That is a hot take. We like Drew on this show. We like Drew a lot. But we like Bassett too. I think what he may come on the field and play a lot of safety as well. I truly believe that. That's kind of where he started his career. Not saying he's going to be a full-time safety or he's going to be in there playing with Jaden Hicks. But I think
can you imagine him and Hicks together?
I think in certain packages he will come in and be kind of like that dime backer, and then he can kind of use him almost like as a joker and play just about anywhere, whether he blitzes,
defense is complex, man.
Back, covers a tight end. So it'll be interesting. He's definitely a chess piece.
Yeah, because Spack's defensive scheme is complex, man. It's like he mixed so much stuff up, but he do blitz heavy though. So the way he scheme up some things, I can see Bassa, you know what I'm saying, out there making an immediate impact, man. Spack's scheme because it's so complex, man. So he do blitz heavy though. So the man got the speed for it. So
it's all good.
I know what I'm looking for Wednesday, man. A schedule release show. I'm tired of seeing the Buffalo Bills on our schedule, man. I'm like, it's
play almost every year.
I'm like, God dang it! I'm tired of seeing the Bills. I want to see somebody new.
Hensley. It's kind of an automatic. If you win your division, you play the other division winners, regardless of what.
Unless it's the conference that they play that.
So that's why they play Baltimore seemingly every year. That's why they play Buffalo, Houston. They just because they win their division.
Yeah, Bo. It is what it is. I think the Cube should know where the damn Cube at anyway.
I want to see some some Cardinals or some other teams. We can get this
until it's that night, and you're like, oh my God, why they got the Cardinals on again?
Yeah, it's all about the coin.
Love the Cardinals this year, guys. Y'all gonna love my Cardinals this year, guys. This year, y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it, man.
We'll see.
And they'll get a few games. Between Kyler and Marvin Harrison Jr., you would think that gives them a little bit of juice, but
there you go, guys. CNSQ. The initials. That's his full name.
I like that. 4 names. I like that very much.
CNSQ. Okay, CNSQ. Okay, that's catchy. Okay, I got you. I got you. CNSQ. I got you.
I like it.
Cool. Bet that.
Well, we appreciate you coming on. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Spread the word. Tell your friends. It's really easy to subscribe. There's a little button there on the lower right-hand corner of your screen. All you got to do is hit subscribe, and you're all set.
That's right.
He does have YouTube, but he does have YouTube on the little.
That's right. So he's
avatar there, so that's a good thing.
Hey, appreciate your love though, bro. Coming on the show,
Come on anytime. We'll be back on Wednesday night at 6:45.
Diving into MVS's neck, man. You went right at MVS, and I appreciate that, man. Because somebody got really call it what it is, man. I'm just saying, he came out there and really went in, man. I like that.
But again, I am so tired of seeing Josh Allen. They try to elevate this kid to be something that he's not. And I'm so tired of seeing him.
He is good, though.
Come on,
he is good though.
I know Lou explained it. I know he explained it, but for me, I'm tired of seeing this goddamn same team. I'm like, God dang it, man! Like he's not that good. You know what I mean? He didn't deserve to be on the mat cover. He didn't deserve.
Here come Lou. Here come
Lou.
Lou.
When you say you don't like him, that's okay. All right, I get that, but you can't disrespect the guy and say he's not that good.
That's true.
If he's not that good, who is?
It's like your mama cooking. You be like, dang, thanks, mama. Meatloaf again? God dang, meatloaf again.
All right, but so you're exhausted with seeing him play so good, right?
He don't play good. He don't play good. Like I would give some of these other up and coming guys. I know we got my guy Jalen Daniels going to be on there. Not Jalen Daniels.
Canadian. I was going to say Canadian Canuck had a point at there where the Chiefs playing the Commanders. Now all of a sudden that's like a real game, right?
Yeah, it's a real game.
That should be like a Sunday night game.
King Mo got a good point. King Mo was like, that's the Brady and well, you know what, King Mo, I was gonna agree with you, brother, but you got to put Burrow right there. Burrow and Mahomes.
Only two teams on the field.
Burrow and Mahomes, man. Hey, shout out to my Bengals, man, because they were scared of the Bengals, man. They want my boys getting in there.
We're fine seeing Josh Allen against the Chiefs because we love seeing them lose the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Look at them.
It's a given. It's 100%. It's 100% certainty.
Okay.
But it's always a nail biter.
It's still 100% certainty.
Hey, you know what? I bet Josh Allen hate his special teams, man. He's like, God damn, like every time.
Do they still got their kicker? Or are they still?
He rebounded last year. He had a really good season.
Tyler Bass.
Yeah, Tyler Bass had some good. He had
Tyler Bass.
He was really good above 50 yards, and he didn't have the yips.
I'm just saying, man. I know. I'm not a big Josh Allen fan. I don't.
We never heard that.
That's coming across. You got that.
I told that a long time ago. Like I know. Why he deserve it. But I'm glad they're putting somebody else out there. We get to see get to see the Commanders. I want to see that game. I want to see Patrick Mahomes because the guy already took out some of the great quarterbacks that he won up against. You know what I mean? He took out Joe Burrow. He took out some more guys.
Barely.
No, it's not barely.
He's a rookie.
Barely, sir.
You can give Detroit, they were kind of beat up at that point of the year, but he goes into Detroit and he wins, a huge playoff game to get them to the NFC Championship game. So come on, you got to give these guys. You got to give these guys their due. I mean, the Rams was another team you're probably going to see on a lot of primetime games because of how young that defense is, how well they played against Philadelphia, kind of took them to the wire. They were really the only team in the playoffs that kind of
kicking butt, boy.
That kind of had put a scare in them, right?
Yeah, they
did. It should be a lot of fun watching the matchups
it's all about ratings. It's all about ratings, guys. Hey, last year the ratings went up some certain games that the viewers love. They're gonna implement that this year. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the fans. Man.
Do I say this? Do Taylor Swift have a concert this year? Or is she on road?
She's not.
I think she's going to sing the Super Bowl anthem this year. That's what I think.
No, there's no tour. There's no tour because I would know. I would know.
Wedding and baby. That's what
I would be hearing about it. I would be hearing about like the angst that my daughter's not able to get tickets again. But we got through that. Okay. It was a tough time for our family, but we got through it.
That's good. Look at CNS look at that.
I see it, Nick. I see it, Nick. Wow, I've seen it.
Hasn't the silence about those two been deafening? I think the more it goes silent, there's more rumors out there that have a potential breakup.
No,
I think Cuzzy cut his hair. I think Cuz cut his hair. I think he's ready. I think
Kareem probably has his ear to the ground on this one. I think he probably has a real good idea what's happening with Travis and Taylor.
Hey, stop my Bengals, though. Everybody on my Bengals, man. Okay, they trying to make sure the rookie knows what he's doing.
I want to ask CNN. Is CNN? Is he the missing mango Is he's mango? I don't know. You know, because it sounds like the ferment. Is that mango? Mango
All
is
right,
it?
so I get it. The Bengals kind of do things in a strange way, but as I famously lost it when we were talking about this, is all these rookie deals are slotted. There's no quibbling over, maybe a little bit about when they get the money, or maybe some offset language,
performance money
for injury. But it is slotted. They are specific to where the number that you got drafted. That is that, and it's just a matter of getting it done. And I know Shamar Stewart, he sat out mini camp or a lot, but half the draft choices that haven't signed yet, they still participated. They get like a waiver, some insurance waiver or something like that, and they want to show up, they want to play. So but the Bengals, sometimes
I mean,
things get a little weird.
I know. You know, as long as they signed the core, they signed the core, and I'm cool with that.
Before we close, I want to ask: it's a thing that's going around the internet about the rookies coming in asking for the retired numbers. The guys that's been retired, they want the numbers. They want they want the certain numbers they had in college, but they come on the team and some of the numbers are retired. Do you feel that these guys should? The guys, the numbers should retire for, I say a year or 3 years, prior. Then the numbers should come back available again, even though they, or you think they just the rookies got to come in and earn their number no matter what.
If you retire, if you're a Hall of Famer and your number's retired, that number shouldn't be touched, man. That right there is prestigious. Nah, you can find another number. You can find another number, man.
I mean, I don't think there's ever going to be another 16 for Lenny Dawson, and I personally don't think there should be another 89 for Otis Taylor, but there is. I think certain Hall of Fame players, and if you retire that jersey as an organization, I think you need to respect that. Go make your new number. Maybe do it one digit off and say, it's in representative of him or this person or that person.
It's 100 more numbers, man.
Yeah. I mean, they got to earn their stripes.
I think it's up to the teams to just say, okay, if we're going to retire a jersey, make it meaningful, make it's a superstar's number. Not anybody. Because at a certain point, I mean, there's only 0 through 99, right? At a certain point, if you're like one of these teams that have been like the Giants or the Packers or teams that are the Bears have been around forever, and you've got all these retired jerseys, at a certain point, it's going to be kind of difficult to have everybody.
It's easy for other teams.
But to your point, Hense, I think that a player coming in, it's almost like they were shaming, and I think it came up with Abdul Carter because he wanted to wear first he wanted to wear 56, kind of like an homage to LT, and LT was like, F that, you pick your own number, dude. And then he wanted to wear 11 that he wore at Penn State, but then Phil Simms, it was the funniest story because I think Simms was ready to give it to him, and Chris Simms was talking about it, and where he said his mother and his sister said no, absolutely not. He and his brother were like, Dad, if you want to give it to him, go ahead. And I think Phil was going to give it to him, but then Mom and sister said, no freaking way, you're keeping it.
Damn.
So I thought that was pretty funny. But the thing is, if the team just says, okay, these numbers are retired, don't go asking the greats if they're willing to give it up. As a team, these numbers are not available. These are the numbers that are available. I think the Chiefs had put something up, or was it KC where they put up, these are the available numbers. I think we even tried to predict who was going to have those numbers. Right. These are the available numbers, who gets what. So again, I would say the team's got to be more definitive and just say, guys, don't try to buy it from the legends. Legends, don't give them away. We retired these for a reason. And then just don't retire like a jersey every year. I mean, it's got to be like an all-timer, a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there aren't that many. There aren't that many, and again, a lot of teams are bad. So you don't have a whole
go through, and it's usually those big time ones that have been around forever. So like the Giants have got guys from like the 30s and 40s that these numbers are retired, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, you gotta let release it. Like some of the people you don't want to know. Some of the people Lou don't probably even know, or I don't, some of the people know, some people don't even know who the players are half the time. So, and no disrespect to Land, no disrespect to Land Dawson, but if Patrick Mahomes retired, what number is going to stay? Which one? Is they do it?
Lou gave you the finger. I mean, Nick gave you the finger. My bad. Nick gave you the finger.
I think they should retire 15. I do. Absolutely.
With 15, with 16 coming available, since they're going to have
no. Lenny's supplanted. It's never gonna. Clark Hunt would never allow it.
Talk to Bo real quick.
Yeah, Clark Hunt would never allow 16 to be used, and Patrick Mahomes is going to have his number retired. I think Travis Kelce will have his number retired as well.
Like Joe Burrow number going to get retired too. So you retiring that number, just like retire Lamar Jackson number. Jackson number going to be retired.
The Chiefs don't have that many that are retired. I mean, I think it's just the Hall of Famers, right? I mean, Stenerud, 3.
I think Stenerud 3. 16. Lenny. I don't know if Bucky King or Bobby Bell
is 63.
Yeah,
but I think Bill Moss wear 63.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah,
because that was Willie. No, I'm saying Willie Lanier was 63.
Number.
Right, and you said
I think Jan
Otis
Lenny,
Taylor's number
Derek.
is available.
Yeah,
man, there's other numbers out here, man.
They retired Tony Gonzalez.
Let's see.
Jody Fortson was wearing 88 for a while.
And why is nobody can wear 0 in Kansas City? Why is that a thing?
All right, I have the list. Ready? Here are the 10.
Come on with it.
Jan Stenerud 3, Len Dawson 16, Emmett Thomas 18.
There you go.
Abner Haynes 28, Stone Johnson, AFL guy 33, Mackley Hill 36, Derek Thomas 58, Willie 63, Bobby Bell 78, and Buck Buchanan 86.
So they must have retired 63 after Bill Moss played, because Bill Moss wore 63 and he came after Willie.
Yeah. So they've retired it since. And I think that's when he went into the Ring of Honor. I think that's
right.
When he did.
So I mean, I think again, it's up to the team. Just be more judicious with how many you retire, and then also just tell the rookies when they come in, these are the available numbers. Pick, that's
why they can't wear 0 in Kansas City.
That I don't know. I mean, are you sure that's a thing?
Maybe nobody's asked.
Maybe nobody's asked for it.
No, I heard that it was a thing that
it's not available. They're not. Huh.
Yeah, they're not. I thought of Nick probably know.
No, I don't know. Are there any 0s in the NFL?
Yeah, they made it available like 2 or 3 years ago.
There's some 0s.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a Kansas City Chiefs thing or not. I will make the call. I will.
Shit, Hollywood Brown wore 0. No, Hollywood Brown wore 1 in Baltimore. I'm about to say, I thought he wore 0. He wore number 1 in Baltimore.
So anybody in the chat know why the Chiefs don't let nobody? Why nobody
retire 68? I'm assuming Will Shields there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
How about if you
William T. Rofe, I mean, you can start making a case for a lot of players.
But you know what? If you're a Hall of Famer, if you're in the Hall of Fame, retire those numbers. Don't touch them. There's other numbers out there, so I get it.
So with that said, man, guys, we will see you guys Wednesday at 6:45.
Schedule release.
So be there, guys. Have your popcorn ready. You know what I mean? It's gonna be.
It's gonna be very comfortable, if you know what I'm saying, folks.
You know what I mean?
Very comfortable.
Let's do it.
So with that said, guys, we will see you Wednesday at 6:45. Have a great Monday.